So exercise is the true fountain of youth, okay? Now, sarcopenia. This is the medical term for losing muscle mass, but not losing body size. And I'm going to show you a picture of this. Now, this is what science tells us, that around that magic age of 45 or so, muscle mass starts to decline. Obviously, that's going to be very unique to the person. Not everybody stops moving at 45 and starts sitting more and exercising less, but that is a common result of aging, or I should say behavior during aging, right? People start to say, oh, I'm getting older, I can't do that anymore, you know, I can't really do that, I can't really, you know, handle that anymore, I got to start slowing down and taking it easy. Now, some of that may be true if the person is losing balance, if they're at risk for injuring themselves, but there are ways to recover that and restore that and get back to doing what you could do when you were younger. I've worked with many people in their 70s, 80s, 90s, even people over 100 years old. I've had people in the parallel bars in the nursing home over 100 years old doing squats. So, you know, I didn't do that to somebody who couldn't handle it, of course. I treat people based on their ability to perform, not their age. And the age is not what determines that, okay? It's how they've treated their body up to that point and what has happened to them. Sometimes it's accidents, injuries, surgeries, disease processes, illnesses, and it's nothing to do with age, okay? But, so the science says around the age of 45, muscle mass begins to decline at about 1% per year with increasing body fat mass. So in other words, the body won't get smaller because they're losing muscle. The fat will kind of increase as the muscle decreases, so they kind of stay the same size. And this is a gradual loss, and it's been tied to the lack of exercise. Not a surprise, right? So here's the picture I wanted you to see. On the left, what this is if you take a thigh bone and you slice through it this way and you look down. So that bone that you see, it kind of looks like a ham steak, right? That bone that you see is the femur, it's the thigh bone. And that is the muscle mass, okay? So you've got your quadriceps. You can even see where the green lines are. That shows the separation between the quads. You've got 4 muscles in the front of the thigh. And then the back is the hamstrings, okay? So that is a healthy muscle mass. You see the bone, you see very little fat around the circumference of the muscle, and just a tiny little bit of fat in between some of those hamstrings, okay? Now look at the right. That is sarcopenia. Notice how much fat tissue there is around the muscles and in the muscles, and much less muscle mass. So that's a thigh that is weak. That's a thigh that struggles to go up and down stairs. That's a thigh that struggles to get out of a chair without pushing with the arms or needing help. That's a thigh that struggles to get out of a car, okay? So we don't want that to happen, but you notice that picture on the right, it's the same circumference. It's the same size as the picture on the left. So these people don't realize that they're losing muscle as they age because they're not doing anything to maintain their muscle mass. That's why they're losing it. When you don't use your muscles, they weaken and they atrophy, they shrink.